Alright guys, Saturday time for some fights. So as you hope you guys enjoyed your day, having a good day, as well as for all my comic lovers out there, enjoyed Free Comic Book Day. But here we got from Mr. Michael Porter, we have Moon Knight versus Red Hood. So Moon Knight versus Red Hood. Jason Todd is in another fight for this section. So let's kick it off, shall we? So we go through the Marvel Comics. We go to Moon Knight. Mr. Mark Spector, Stephen Grant. Many different identities this guy has had over his illustrious career. He's been a mercenary, CIA agent, boxer and champion. And he was nearly brutally beaten to death, pretty much died, by one of his archenemies known as Bushman. He was resurrected back to life by the Egyptian god of vengeance and the moon, Khonshu. And he became Khonshu's avatar. Now in the beginning, Mark had the abilities, the moon would reflect his abilities. So whichever shape the moon, like if it was a full moon, he was at full strength. He had the ability to lift, I'm not sure, it was superhumanly though. Depending on different types of the moon, his powers were different. But later on, he kind of left the fold of Khonshu and started just using all his tools of the trade that he learned over his years, martial arts skills, like I said, and as well as different types of weapons. You know, he's got these moon-like shurikens he throws, bolos, staffs, you name it. He is well versatile in what he does. Now, I don't want to say he's crazy. See, that's, people put that into him now, and I kind of say Bendis kind of went on crazy with that, with the whole crazy act. But Moon Knight is somebody you don't really, in a sense, want to cross paths with, because this guy will kill you if he needs to. He's not afraid to kill, and sometimes he's very unorthodox. Yeah. So we move on to his combatant, and we go back to Jason Todd. Once again, Jason Todd is still being the second person to wear the Robin. Fortunately, we all know the story. He was brutally, supposedly killed by the Joker. He returned in the Joker's old persona, the Red Hood. That's what he is now. He runs around with his group called the Outlaws. And Jason has pretty much learned from Bruce, pretty much. But you can see the differences between Jason, Dick, and Tim, and Damian, in a sense. Jason definitely reminds me of the Punisher. He wants to do the right thing. He does the right thing, but he knows that the courts, the justice system is not. So why put these rapists and everybody back on the streets? Just take them out. Jason also is versatile in hand-to-hand combat, weapons as well. His suit is mostly just like Moon Knight's as well. It's Kevlar based, so like he can take a gunshot. Kevlar, it can take a gunshot from a distance, but it's a Kevlar mesh suit basically that protects him from gunfire. But Jason is pretty much a hard case sometimes, and he's still, in a sense, as he said, he's on that road to redemption. I feel that that's exactly what he's trying to do, but he's just going about it a different way as the Red Hood. And that's Jason. Everybody should know Jason. So we move on to the battle between these guys. I give my diagnosis on this battle. Uh, this is a pretty decent fight in my opinion. I can see Jason and Mark going at it, blow for blow. I don't think it is going to come down to a gunfight, because I think Mark will be able to disarm Jason very quickly when he sees him going for firearms. But it's going to be a bloody fight. Somebody, they're getting hurt here. No pulling punches, no nothing. This isn't just a typical fight of, I don't know you, you don't know me. It's going to be a fight. It does come down to years of training and experience, who's got the better experience. But Jason and Moon Knight are unpredictable. You can't always read them. Sometimes they do things out of the ordinary. Moon Knight is not, Mark's not grounds of throwing a cheap shot. He'll fight dirty if he needs to. Jason will too. So, in a sense, it might come down to the point they're just like, you know what? Hey, I like your style. Let's stop this. Let's go get a beer or something. That's how I'm looking at it. But it'd be a very interesting fight. In a sense. But they're gonna be bloody. I can see bruises everywhere. But I leave it up to you guys. Mark Spector, Moon Knight from Marvel Comics, or Jason Todd, the Red Hood from DC Comics. And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. Show some love and respect to Michael Porter. This was his creation. He the one that created this fight. As always, I'm the guy that just delivered it. And I will see you guys in a few with the next fight, which will be fight number 19, which comes from a friend of mine, Crow Universe, and he puts Victor Creed Sabretooth versus Jacob Ruskoff, Werewolf by Night. And I'll see you guys then. Ta-ta.